Oh, that looks so good. Alamak. Hey guys, it's me, AnisNabilah, and today I want to share with you guys a very special recipe, which is quinoa biryani. Now, I love biryani so much, but we all know we can't have too much rice. And of course, one of my favorite alternatives for rice is quinoa. And this recipe I've tried many times, and every time I try it, I'll change it up a little bit. I'll add this and I'll add that, just so that, you know, it becomes better. And I absolutely love this, and you know what? Now I can enjoy my biryani without feeling guilty. Okay, I'm gonna start by slicing my onion. I'm using 2 types of onion for this recipe. I like to mix it up sometimes because it gives you a different type of sweetness. Alright, this is really easy, and it also doesn't take as much time as if you were to make the normal biryani. So I'm gonna heat my pan with some coconut oil, and I'm using extra virgin coconut oil. And I'm gonna mix my ghee in. This is the slightly healthier version, I would say. When I make my regular biryani, there's no coconut oil, it's just ghee all the way. So we're just gonna wait for the ghee to melt. Just the smell of melting ghee and sauteed spices will make you hungry. So I'm going to start by sauteing my spices, my cinnamon stick, my star anise, cardamoms, and cloves. Toast it a little bit, and we're going to add our aromatics, our big onion, our sliced onion, our chopped garlic, and our grated ginger. We're going to saute this until it's nice and fragrant and until the onion becomes translucent. Okay, so now my spices are nice and soft and translucent. I am going to add the rest of the dried spices. I've got some turmeric here, some ground coriander seeds, ground nutmeg, chili powder, ground cumin seeds, and ground fennel seeds. Just going to saute these for about a minute or so, like this. Now my spice is ready. I'm just going to add a touch of water. Give it a good mix. I'm going to add in my green chilli, my candlenuts, pepper, of course some salt, and my Greek yogurt. Mix it properly. I'm going to throw in my chicken. I'm going to cube them first. I'm not going to cut it into really small cubes, but it's not going to be big chunks either. So about 3 pieces abreast. Can give this a good mix. We're gonna let this chicken cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna add in my raw honey. So I'm gonna wait until it's cooked completely and then try it and see if I need to add more salt or honey. So I'm just gonna let it cook for about 8 to 10 minutes now. Now I didn't add a lot of water because the chicken will release its own juices, and that is going to sort of dilute the sauce a little bit. I'm going to switch this off, and I am going to throw my coriander and my mint. Just Give it a good mix. And I'm gonna put it aside and boil my quinoa. Okay, so now I'm gonna boil my quinoa with some rose water and regular water and a little bit of salt for about 10 minutes or until it's cooked. And once that's done, I'm gonna layer the quinoa with the chicken biryani sauce that I made just now and pop it in the oven. Right, so I've got some water here. We're gonna bring it to a boil first, together with the rose water. Generous amount of salt. Let it come to a boil first, and then we're gonna pop our quinoa in. Now my water's boiling, I'm gonna add in my quinoa. I wash my quinoa and drain it on a strainer. We're gonna let it cook for about 10 minutes and then we're gonna layer it with the biryani sauce. Now my quinoa has absorbed all the water and you can see it's dried out, so I'm gonna turn the heat off and we're gonna layer our biryani. So we've got a casserole dish. You can also use a roasting pan. Add in the biryani sauce and the chicken and all the herbs and spices. I'm gonna cover it with the rest of the quinoa. Now the balance of the chicken, you can always keep it and make another batch of quinoa, or you can serve it once the quinoa is done in the oven. Alright, so now I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more mint leaves everywhere and some coriander as well. And a little bit of fried shallots. And I'm also gonna put a little bit of cashew nuts. You can add some raisins too if you like. Almonds, pine nuts, it's completely up to you. Alright, so I'm gonna cover it with aluminium foil. I'm gonna use my fork and make holes on my aluminium foil so the steam can come out. Okay, and into the oven. Okay, so my quinoa biryani is done. I popped it in the oven for 15 minutes, covered it with aluminum foil for 10, and then removed it and baked it for another 5 minutes. I'm gonna take it out now. It looks and smells so good. Now I'm just gonna use my fork and sort of mix it around. Just gonna serve this up right now. Put another piece of chicken and we are good to go, guys. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more fried shallots and of course a little bit more coriander. And here you go, my quinoa biryani. It smells absolutely amazing and it's really, really delicious. And I normally serve it with my cucumber raita. Hope you'll try this recipe. Jemput makan!